What's going on? This is going to be a live, L-I-V-E. We're going to run live. I told you guys for the next 10 days, I'm going to run live every single Monday through Friday. Now listen up, man. Some people got to pay 10, 20 grand for this kind of training. So if you're a sales pro or you're a business owner, I want you to listen up. By the way, don't just listen to this if you're a salesperson. If you're a GM, if you're a manager, if you're an owner, I want you to look with what I'm about to go over with you. I promise you, this is the reason why we're in the era of the worst salesman in the history of time. Now check this out. I'm going to go over something. It's called the low barrier of entry. Dude, listen to me. This right here, I don't know if you've thought about this in a while, but just back up for a minute, and I'm going to talk about the automotive space for just a second. So this is a training that I call low barrier of entry. I want you to think about this. Is this a profession for your salespeople or a hobby? Write this down. Is this a profession for your salespeople or a hobby? So if I'm a general manager right now and I have a team, right? I want you to think the top 20% of the floor is producing. The bottom 80 isn't. And people are like, oh man, it's just all people, it's this and that. No, it's not. It's the onboarding. It's the way that the leadership does the training in the store. Let me explain. Leaders raise the bar. Leaders set the standards. Leaders hold the example for the company. Now listen up. If you're a salesperson, I need you to understand this. And if you're a leader, you better listen up. So is this a profession for your salespeople or is it a hobby? You decide. So I'm going to go over a doctor for a second. A doctor goes to school for 7 years, right? 7 years. They pay the price. Dreams come with the price. They're studying like hell just to go to school. Then they go to 2 or 3 years of residency. They go through the 60 grand a year, just got out of 7 years of school. Now you're making 60, 80 grand a year, and guess what happens? To hopefully earn 300 to 400 grand a year. Notice I said hopefully. And by the way, that 300 to 400 grand a year, that's after 10 years. How much skin they got in the game, okay? $250,000 minimum in student loans that they have to pay back, plus continued education along the entire way to be a doctor. Lastly, they're invested with time and money. This is a big deal. So I'm going to ask you a question. If you're in the automotive space, what is the earning potential? What is the earning opportunity in the automotive space? Leaders, wake up. Your guys can make that kind of money in the automotive space. Think about it. But are they trained? Are they professionals? Are all of them? Are they amateurs? Dude, it's amateur hour out there everywhere. So my question is, look at this over here. For a salesperson, 99% of all the dealerships in the world, when they hire somebody and they onboard them, you get 1 week of training, if you're lucky, 1 week. Then we put them on the floor, they go to work. The salespeople take the dealership for granted. You ever see how every day we're babysitting them instead of leading them? You think these doctors need to be led? Dude, no, they've got skin in the game. They paid their own money, they paid their own price, they paid with their own sweat equity to be where they're at. They understand the cost of entry. Look, the earning opportunity and the potential is massive. So they're like, oh my God, man, how did I get so lucky? That's what these guys should be saying. But I watch salespeople all around the store, sitting in cubicles, don't care. They literally go to work. They work 20 hours, or my bad, 20 days a month. 20 days. They work 10 hours a day. They're working 200 hours a month. And they literally sell for 50 hours. And the other 150, they don't do nothing. You know why? They don't have any skin in the game. And you know what's really stupid? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I hear every day of salespeople that invest out of their own pocket to self-improve, to level up, to go to another gear, that want to make more money, that want to educate themselves to be the best. You know what I hear? Look at this. GMs and managers all around the country saying, dude, don't spend your money on that. That's stupid. Dude, don't do that. But if your team will go to the lake and drink beer for the weekend, woo! Let's have a good time, man. You want to know why we're in the era of the worst salesman in the history of time? It's because of all the leaders. It's because of all the leaders. Automotive people like myself, uneducated, who want an opportunity and who are hungry, have gotten the business. and we've grinded. And now these people, this technology out there, what took us 20 years to do, guys can get on and learn it in 10% of the time. But you're saying, no, don't do that. You don't have to do that. Just work hard. Dude, you're out of tune. And you wonder why your team's burned out? You wonder why they don't have reliable success? With this market shift that's coming up, right now, there's more people thinking about looking at other opportunities than ever before because they're confused. Why? Because the last 2 years, they got the results that they've always wanted, and they did 20% of the work. The market was up 3 times what it's ever been, and now that it's correcting back down, and it's going to be a hard correction come soon, just wait. So you ain't seen it yet. Whatever you think you're seeing and you're calling a market shift, it's truly not the market shift. Wait until cars drive off the lot and go back to 50%. Wait till that, day 2. Just wait. And if you don't think it can happen, you're dumb. In 2008, I went from selling 300 cars a month as a manager to selling 30 cars overnight when the market crashed. Don't tell me it can't happen. I'm going to tell you the worst mistake I ever made in my life is not building the damn sales team. So what I'd like my leaders to do, if you're watching this, my cell phone number, I'm going to write this down. Look at this, 918-210-0254. If you're watching this, I'm going to give you a free demo. If you like it, I'll give you the training for 10 days with your team. I'll let your team go through the training, check it out, and I guarantee within 10 days, I'll freaking double your team skill. Just like that. Hell, I'll even triple it, and I'll launch your team myself. But listen up. If you're a leader and you're looking at this and you know that your salespeople, they could burn out tomorrow, they could leave you, they're recruitable. And I don't care what you say, those top 20% of the board right now, a lot of managers didn't build them. Dude, they're self-motivated, they're driven, and they're hungry, and they have hard work ethic. But even their skill isn't great. And you know what? When a guy calls across the street tomorrow and says, hey, come over here, man, I'll give you a 10 grand sign-on bonus, and I'll give you 5% more, they may leave you, okay? So you better get ready as leaders to build an unrecruitable sales team. By the way, if you're looking at this video right now and you're getting defensive and you're like, man, what the hell is this guy talking about? Boom, entitlement all over you, baby. You just checked yourself. Good job. But if you're watching this and you're like, dude, that makes sense. Yeah, I see why this guy's got a badass business. I see why everything that he's saying makes sense. My guys don't have any skin in the game. Well, I'm going to give you yet another opportunity to fix it. And by the way, you don't have to do nothing. Let me do the work, okay? My cell phone is 918-210-0254. If you're a leader, and you want to put your team on the baddest ass system training program in the country that I have over 10,000 dealers on, sales, closing, negotiations, overcoming objections, branding and marketing, follow-up, sending videos, phone skills, all of it, dude. You want to set them up on it? I'll give you 10 days for free and I'll launch your team. Now listen up. I want you to think about one last thing. I wrote 2 things on the board. Get rich overnight or get rich for sure. What do you want to do? You want to try to get rich overnight? Some of you in the last 2 years, you made more than ever. How did it feel? Felt good. This market ain't coming back. It's already gone. So right now, I would be going after the get rich for sure. You know what that is? Build undeniably the best sales team in the world. That's it. An individual can be beat, but a team can't be beat. So if you're watching this and you're a leader and you're like, dude, listen to me, man, I'm a badass. Okay, cool. Another guy who's not as badass as you, but has a badass sales team is going to take you out. You just remember that. A team will always win. Just remember that. So I would love to help you build your team. My number is 918-210-0254. Just shoot me a text. I'll call you myself. Love you guys. Live training for the week. Let your sales team watch this. Let's go kick some ass. Let's destroy the weekend. See you guys soon.